I bought the Rarest 3DS model on eBay, and today let's see if I can fix it. The seller said the 3DS wasn't turning on, so let's open the box and see what's wrong with it. This is the 25th anniversary special edition Zelda 3DS, released with a very special PAL exclusive version of Ocarina of Time. Actually, one of the only models of the 3DS that actually got a special edition. Also, it is in incredible shape, so I'm very happy with the purchase. Now, the console is in great shape, but does it actually turn on? So let's power it on. So we have blue light, that's a good sign. The popping and turning off means that there's an issue with either the speaker or camera, but my guess is probably the speaker. But let's open up the console and see what's wrong with it. And now to access the motherboard, we have to remove this plate and this plate, so let's get to unscrewing. We can also review the battery condition. Normally these get inflated, but this one looks to be in great condition, so this 3DS hasn't been used that much, which is a good indication. And now I can review the board by lifting up this plate. First thing I check, is there any liquid damage to the motherboard? As you can see, there's no indication of any liquid damage, so we're good. I can also see that there's a free SD card for me. That's good. So looking at the motherboard, it looks pretty clean, and also these are the speaker and camera cables. So what I'm gonna do is basically reattach these. So if somebody was in here, they might have incorrectly installed these cables in their socket. So let's just put these back and out again. Now that I've reinstalled these, I can now put the battery in. Let's see if it's gonna turn on. Let's see. This is a very quick way to test it. Oh! Wow, it turns on. Wow, it's simple as that. Oh! It's gone. So there's definitely a problem with these cables, so let's remove all these small components on the motherboard to access these parts. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to remove this lens. So this part's a bit tricky. That's why I don't like 3DS repairs. This part is the one I hate the most. So what we have to do is I'm gonna grab like a thin bit like this one. And see this volume button over here. But before you remove this, it would be best to heat this up. So I have my hot air station. You can use a hair dryer, but the hot air station is more small and compact, so I do recommend using this. But any heat source would be fine, so I'm just gonna heat this lens up a little so it loosens. That should be enough. So what I'm gonna take my very thin bit, I'm just gonna put the screwdriver in between this part. So I'm just gonna pull up. I like doing it like this because if you're using the screwdriver, you can create unnecessary scratches. There we go. As you can see, this off button is gold, so this is I can say a special edition lens. So we have to be very careful with it. And the screen looks to be in perfect condition. So Nintendo, I think, made this a bit of an annoying part. You always have to remove this adhesive lens to access the screws. In the newer model 3DSs, you just have to remove screw covers to access the top part. So since the screen is exposed, I'm gonna put this plastic on it so we don't make any unnecessary scratches. And now that we removed those 4 screws, and I'm now realizing there's 2 more screws over here. And now, to inspect the cables further, we have to remove this frame. After removing these cables from the hinge, I can now inspect these under a microscope to see if there's anything wrong. Now looking at the camera cable, we have to make sure that these pins are all right, so it's really important. So I can see that the camera cable looks to be in very good condition. So now let's take a look at the cable to see if there's any sort of tears. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, look at the edges here. Yep, I think this camera cable is good. Now let's look at the speaker cable. Looking at the speaker cable, I think it's in very good condition as well, as far as the pins go. So now let's check out the rest of the cable. So far so good. Oh, there we go. I see we have a small tear on this cable. I mean, this is caused by the hinge motion. These cables get worn out as the hinge opens and closes, so it's the kryptonite of the 3DS. So I have the replacement cable over here. Since there's an issue with the cable, we have to solder on these speaker connections, so let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some flux on these two pads and remove the speaker modules, and I'm going to resolder them on this new cable. So I finished soldering on the speaker modules to the new cable, and what I need to do next is connect the speaker cable to the top screen and reinstall all components so I can test it. Okay, so I've installed the new cable back, and now let's actually test it. Let's test it. Work. Please. Come on. Oh. Right here. And I think it is working. Oh, I think it is working. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect the battery. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this back properly. And we have reached the home menu. I'm just gonna do a small test of the game slot, charging port, and the game slot. Oh no. So, oh yeah, there we go. And the charging port. And it charges perfectly. I think we have successfully made a repair on this console. But before the video ends, so this game also came with a game inside it. It had the special edition of Ocarina of Time, but unfortunately this listing did not include the game. So I blew $80 off on this game to complete the set. As you can see, this is the gold one. The North American release actually looks like this, but the PAL one has both of these papers installed. So it is a double print on the game. So it has both the gold and the normal one. So we have successfully repaired this console, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next repair.